special feel-good workout. I'm actually streaming today live on my Zoom community, which you can access through my free newsletter on my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com. I've also got a live stream going on Instagram, so please join us today, and of course on YouTube, where all these sessions are saved since the start of the pandemic. My amazing 77-year-old mother-in-law will be joining us, and I have all ages and abilities on Zoom and YouTube every single week with me. We have a feel-good community, so please join in. Please do share with your loved ones. This workout today is a special one because it's Diabetes Awareness Week. And as you may know, I'm an ambassador for Diabetes UK, something that's very passionate to me. I've been raising awareness with it since the beginning of the pandemic, just before COVID actually. I raised a campaign called Get UK Asians Fit when I was alarmed about the statistics for South Asians, especially 6 times more likely than the average white person to get type 2 diabetes. And it's rife in my family as well as my community. So something I'm really passionate about is raising awareness of lifestyle, but especially the importance of movement and how it can help us reverse pre and type 2 diabetes alongside all the other lifestyle changes that I explain in my book, The Feel Good Fix. So if you haven't got a copy, I think it was half price yesterday on Amazon, so great time to grab it. So we were going to run through my whole Feel Good Fitness prescription. Some of you may know it, some of this may be new to you. Even if you can join in as a little exercise snack, please join in for a few minutes. We always start seated, so we're just going to prepare our mind and our body with a breath snack. And today, in my Feel Good Mentally section, we're going to do the box breath. We're just going to do a mindful minute. It's not going to take long, but this is a great tool to reduce stress, even inflammation, calm the body and mind. So let's close our eyes, or wherever you are, just take a moment for yourself. Just place your hands on your lap, relax your mind and body. This is such a great way to de-stress. Just give yourself this minute. I'm going to guide you through the box breath, breathing in for 4 as we go up one side of the box, holding your breath for up to 4, just do what you can, then down, exhaling for 4 and holding at the bottom for up to 4. Do what you can and just flow with me. So we're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4 and exhale, 2, 3, 4 and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4 and out, 2, 3, 4 and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4 and hold, 2, 3, 4 and out, 2, 3, 4 and hold, 2, 3, 4. Just 3 rounds. Keep your eyes closed. Tune in to how you're feeling. Do you feel a little different, a little calmer? Just return to your normal breath and then start rubbing those hands together. Generate some heat. Keep those eyes closed for a minute, and then you can place those warmer hands over your closed eyes. I want you to take a positive inhale through your nose, opening your eyes on the exhale, just letting a little bit of light in. Bring a smile to your beautiful faces. Breathe in, and on the next exhale, release the hands away. Have a little sense check. How are you feeling? Hopefully a little calmer. We have lots of different breath snacks every week, so go to YouTube, try them out, or they're all in my book, The Feel Good Fix, as well. So we then go into mobility. So we're going to just start warming up the body. Now, joint pain, muscle pain is really common, especially in midlife women like myself. We want to lubricate all of our joints with that synovial fluid. All the moves I'm going to demonstrate until my mummy comes along, I'm going to do them standing or seated. So these are perfect exercises. Just change direction for me, coming forward. that you can do seated or standing. You can sprinkle these into your day as little exercise snacks. Have a little moment, relax the shoulders. We are often like this, so you know my desk reset snack is in the first few pages of my Feel Good Physically section. It's all about the analogy of a desk shape, just bringing your shoulders up, back, and down. So whenever you see a desk, I want you to think of me. If you're working from home, up, back, and down. Hopefully you're taller, your posture's a little bit corrected. You can start engaging your stomach muscles. We're going to try and keep that posture through this workout today, and then you can add that in any time. We're then going to just do a few neck circles. I know I need this today. You can do this seated or standing, just circling out, imagining you've got a lovely clock face in front of you. Your chin or your nose are following that whole dial all the way around the clock. Then change direction for me using our breath that we just did at the beginning, that breath snack, tuning that in, also kicking in the parasympathetic nervous system just to bring ourselves into that more relaxed state for this workout, because this is going to be so good, not just physically, but also for your mind. We're going to do a little bit of a resistance band snack. So if you've got one, great. If not, don't worry, you could grab a pair of old tights, like I always said in the pandemic, or even a belt or a gown tie, but ideally something with a bit of stretch. And lots of my regulars have bought resistance bands. They're really easy to and quick to buy, very cheap, but I would encourage you to grab one of these because we're going to start with Lavina's famous shoulder floss. This is a move. We're going to try and bring your arms up and over as far as you can go. You are going to love this one, and this is so important for this full range of movement in your shoulders. Now, I see a lot of people struggle. If you need to bend the arms, please do. If you can't bring it all the way back and round, just to work to whatever range of movement suits you. You could do this seated. So I've had people from care homes, anyone working from home, you know, I go into companies and demonstrate these desk exercises. This is a great one, especially because we are all sitting too long in our sedentary lifestyles. It's going to really open out the chest. It's going to work those shoulder joints. You can make it harder by holding your band or tights or belt tighter, so more resistance, or you can loosen up and just build up to progressing, challenging yourself. We're going to do a few more. You might start feeling a little burn because that's the lactic acid. We're starting to work those muscles. And as I mentioned, this is a diabetes-focused workout. The more muscle mass we have, the more it's going to help to really soak up that excess blood sugar. So really, really important for diabetes is the strength training that we're going to do in this workout today. Can you feel that? Have a little shake off, a little relax, because I could definitely feel that there. We're then going to do some nice open arms. So really opening these arms cross body, then bringing it back to this frontal raise. So that's working the shoulders in that raise, and then opening diagonally across the other side. You could do it with or without the band. You could do it seated or standing. I want you to take a big breath out as you open. Inhale back to the middle, breathing out. Join us, Instagram, YouTube. If you're watching, just try a couple of these moves, and I promise you it all counts. That's the beauty of exercise snacking. The science behind it shows the more we snack through the day, this healthy type of snacking, it's as effective, if not more effective, than the long workout that we sometimes just can't fit in to our busy lives. So even if you just take away one move today that you really enjoy, that will make my day. Let's carry on and relax. Mummy is here now. So with or without your band, if you've got a band, you can bring it behind your back. Pranam, how are you? Good morning. So either with the band or without, we're going to keep our torso nice and straight, our back straight, and we're just going to start twisting round to one side and inhale. Now I'm keeping my hips and waist facing the front. I'm going to show you without the band. In case anyone hasn't got a band, I want this to be accessible to everyone. You don't need to have fancy equipment. We're twisting round. I want you to think about engaging those core muscles, so keeping those tight and breathing out. Just a small twist. We're working our spine. We're waking everything up, keeping your chin up, mummy, back nice and straight. Breathe out and in. Lovely. Can you feel that now? Good. Squeezing round, just a small movement. You work to your ability. This is your workout. You're here to invest in your body and mind. Well done, everyone. One more and relax. Good. Leave it there. We're going to have a little shake out. We're going to get ready for some banded work around our legs. Now, if you haven't got a resistance band, please do not worry. But if you've got a pair of tights handy, it's getting hot in the UK, so we have global participants. We don't need those tights, so you can use it for this workout. I've tied my band just above my knees. You can adjust the resistance. We can make it tighter or looser, but let's start by either having a seat. I'm going to demonstrate seated just to show mummy. We're going to step out and in. Now we've got a bit of resistance around the thighs. For those of you that are able to stand and to get up, we're going to get into a little bit of a squat position. The lower you go, the harder it is. But do what works for you. Back nice and straight, core tight. And we're going to step out and in. That's it. Just alternating. The lower you are, obviously, the harder it is. We're starting to work our lower body muscles, those big muscles that are going to help to mop up that excess blood sugar. So adding movement after meals, gentle exercises, going for a walk ideally would be wonderful, but strength training is the key, especially when it comes to type 2 and pre-diabetes, which we know we can reverse through exercise, good nutrition, sleep, stress management, all of our lifestyle choices. So can you feel that, mummy? We're just warming things up at the beginning here. We're still kind of doing our mobility snack, but we're adding a bit of resistance and relax. Good. The next one you can try and do, I would probably say do this seated. So if you've got your band tighter, we're going to stay seated and we're going to try and squeeze out and in. Now this is around your thighs. So we're targeting our inner thighs, our outer thighs. Can you feel that? Squeezing out and in. Now you know I talk very openly about pelvic floor exercises, those Kegel snacks. I've got a snack in the book if you don't know what I'm talking about. I've been sharing videos as well on Instagram and TikTok around pelvic floor exercises. Mummy, you do yours daily, but if you're used to them, these are the types of exercises where we can engage our pelvic floor, squeezing and releasing while you're doing gentle movements. And it's really important to do those pelvic floor exercises twice a day. Yep. Anyone that has had children, but especially as we age and especially through menopause and beyond, Kegel pelvic floor exercises are key. Can we feel that? Just warming things up, engaging the muscles, getting them nice and strong, ready for the main strength training. Relax there if you can. We're going to do one more where we're going to do side raises. So you could do this seated. I would say let's bring our band a little bit lower, so your tights or your band. And obviously if you don't have a band or tights, please just try and feel that resistance around your ankles or your shins now. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and do a side raise. This is a little bit different when you're seated. My legs are straight and I'm going to keep one leg out to the side. I'm just practicing this myself to see how it feels. For those that can stand, I want you to have a bit of support. So mummy, if you come round and just try, I'm going to demonstrate here first. So when you're standing, you're going to balance on one leg and we're going to go in and out. It might feel a bit awkward with the band, but if it doesn't work, how does that feel, mummy? Good? What if you did it with your legs straight? Would it feel a bit weird? And if you can't do it with the band, I'm finding the band a little bit annoying standing up. Yeah. So I'm going to take the band off. So do feel free to take the band off. We can just do some side leg raises. Yep. Here, obviously, I haven't got the band. If you had a smaller resistance band, which I do have in my studio and in my home, you could put that around your thighs there. Yep. So that's a good one to use. But because we are just going with whatever we've got today, this is a bit of balance. So please make sure, like mummy, you've got a bit of support, a wall or a fixed object or a chair. But here we're starting to work our balance if you're able to stand. If you're not able to stand, let's just see if you can do a few pendulum swings seated with that leg. Yeah, I can feel that. Even seated exercises really work. And relax, good. Shall we try the other side? Can you feel that, mummy? So engage your core if you're standing. Please make sure you've got support. Obviously, I balance. You know, I do my brushing my teeth on one leg every day, every morning and night. So my balance, touch wood, has got really good. And I explain all the balance snacks in my book as well in detail with targets of how long we should be able to do based on our age. Have a little look. Balance is so key to reduce our risks of falls as we age. And if you're a runner, so today's active recovery, when I'm trying to explain all the science and the benefits of movement, I want you to do heel raises. Seated is fine. I want you to lift up and down your heels, really lifting them up and working these calf muscles. You could do them standing. Again, have a bit of support, up and down. Now, why am I talking about heel raises, mummy? Do you remember? Why I always go on about these soleus muscles? Blood pressure. Your blood glucose levels, your sugar levels. And because it's Diabetes Awareness Week, mummy, we're doing a little bit of a more diabetes-focused workout. Now, this is beneficial to everyone, not just people that have diabetes, because the amount of people living with pre-diabetes is so high. People don't realize, even, you know, women and men, I should say children, because my children are approaching their late 20s and 30s, a lot of them are living with pre-diabetes and it hasn't been diagnosed. But that's why we want to be proactive. We want to reduce our risks of even getting type 2. And if you've got type 2, it can be reversed through exercise and lifestyle. So the reason I'm showing you these, you've been doing these for about a minute, is because if you are at a restaurant, if you've had a meal, if you're sitting for too long, this is a great way to just balance out those blood sugar levels, especially after a meal, which your blood sugar can go really high and then it can crash down, which affects your mood, your energy, your productivity. And obviously it's causing the inflammation in your body when we have lots of those really roller coaster blood sugar levels all the time. By doing a simple heel raises for a few minutes, you can lower that spike. So it's not as drastic. It just looks more balanced. You're going to feel more balanced and so much better as well. But it's the magic that's happening inside. So active recovery today is heel raises. If we wanted to, you could lift your arms up and down. You could add in some light weights. But we're moving into our strength training in a minute after I show you one more movement today. This is an important one around balance, and it's something I've been wanting to show. Every week is a different workout. They're all saved on YouTube. So seated also great for the brain, because you know it's all about dementia, awareness, trying to reduce our risk. We're going to balance on one leg. We're going to try and point forwards. Then we're going to try and keep balance if you can. Bring that leg out to the side. I want you to have the support. And then you're going to cross that leg behind you. So it's 4 movements. Forwards, to the side. Good. Nice and balanced. Back as well. And obviously practice this. I have been practicing. So I want you to have that sync, especially if you do it after brushing teeth. in the morning, or that table or chair or wall, we're going to practice this one. Let's do the other side, and I want you to take this one as a little bit of homework. So forward, other side, out to the side, good, back, lovely, and then you're going to cross behind. Lovely work. Now the harder with the balance is obviously not touching the foot down, like I've managed to do so far, but don't worry if you're a bit wobbly. Really focus on your core strength, focus on a point, and I want you to practice that one. Could you feel that? Even seated, it's quite a good, nice little leg exercise. Back and behind. Good, this is a good one. I wanted to just quickly show you that one. Okay, let's get a little bit of marching in, because you know cardio snacking is part of my feel-good fitness prescription. Although today's workout, we're going to be doing supersets, which is literally 2 exercises. We're going from lower body to upper body. So we're really working all of our key muscle groups. And we're going to try and do some strength training where if you're used to using weights for your squats, for your shoulder presses, we're going to do lots of these movements, for your lateral frontal raises, I want you to think about what weights you've been using so far. So mummy, you can move your arms, just get your heart rate up a little bit. We're doing about a minute here while I explain what we're going to be doing with our really important strength section of our workout. So if you're starting off, I want you to do everything body weight. I want you to learn perfect form and technique. Once you've mastered body weight, we're then going to start adding in weights. You can see mummy has got tin cans are perfect. She's got laundry bottles. She's got little plastic containers. Any safe household object, plastic or a carton would be great. And otherwise, if you're able to invest in some weights, I would love you to start your strength training journey, but think about progressing, especially those that have been using my workouts for the last year. We're starting with our leg extensions. We're just going to start warming up the legs, and this is a great way for me to show you the squat, which is what we're going to eventually go into. I should say sit and stand. I don't usually say squat because sit and stand is accessible. So first of all, if you're not able to stand, if you're working from home, if you have mobility issues, the leg extension is a great exercise. You're starting to work your quadricep muscles. These support our knees, so really great if anyone has knee pain to start building up strength in these important muscles. But here we're focusing on the muscles to help absorb excess blood sugar, right? So we're going to try and lower those blood sugar levels through building our muscle mass. The more muscle mass you have, the most important thing for longevity, but especially for diabetes, I really want to focus on that. Can you feel that? So that's level 1. If you want to stay at that level, you can. Level 2 is having your feet just wider than your shoulders. You're going to use your chair as support. Your knees always go out in line with your toes. I'm recapping everything today just in case we have anyone new joining. You're coming up with the support of your chair just to show you that you can, if you need it, use your chair. That's why we call them sit and stands. And relax. Anyone that wants to stay on level 2, you can. Level 3 is if you're able to stand up independently. Well done. You're squeezing up. You're checking you can see your toes. So your weight's in your heels. Your knees are going out in line with your toes. They're not coming in towards each other. And we're squeezing the big glute muscles at the top. We're inhaling as we go down. Breathe out. Squeeze up. So whatever level you're on, let's do a few more. Let's aim for 10. This is just body weight to really get your form perfect. Now, I can feel these. Obviously, the squat is without any chair. If anyone wants to progress, you could go down, squeezing up, yep? The normal body weight squat, which I do every time I make a coffee, every time I use my hot water tap, I add in 10 squats as much as I can through the day because these are the biggest muscle groups they're working, these squats. Relax there. We're then going to go straight into upper body. So we're going to do our press-ups. I love you to start at the wall. So mummy, if you want to demonstrate on the wall, and I'll talk you through that. Obviously, you can progress to your kitchen counter, where I love doing my press-ups. Again, when I'm making a coffee, or something's cooking, or something's in the oven. If you can do them on the floor. I explain them all in my book, but today's workout is mainly for wall and seated, and maybe the progression on an incline. If you're seated, you're pressing your hands against your thighs, you're bending your elbows, and you're pushing away. Now I want you to focus on breathing out as you push away, back straight, stomach muscles in tight. If you're standing on against the wall, like mummy is, her hands are nice and narrow, but I often start everyone with your hands wide at shoulder height. Your body is in a straight line. So as you come towards the wall, you're not bending, you're coming as a straight line. Well done. All the way through. Did you manage to do 10, mummy? Well done. So roll out your wrists. You can add in your heel raises if you want to work those calf muscles. So I was just saying about it being wide, and then mummy has brought her hands together to work more of her triceps. That's a really good progression. Well done. You've been doing those really well. Do you feel it more here in the arms? So let's march it out or add in your heel raises. Just as a little gap here. We're going to do both exercises again today, because this is the king and the queen, lower and upper body. So we're really working all of our key muscle groups. And in your press-ups, if you feel like you're not feeling it, against the wall you can move your feet further away. I would love you to start lowering towards your kitchen counter, and you can also go slower, time under tension. So use tempo to really build that muscle mass. We want to feel these, yeah, that mind to muscle connection. Let's go again with your leg extensions, your sit and stands, but this time I want you to maybe add in some weight. So a lot of you are my regulars, especially those on my Zoom community and YouTube. Instagram, I haven't streamed live on here for a little while, but I want you to add a weight. It could be a rucksack, it could be a plastic bottle like mummy's holding, and I want you to think about your strength training journey. You are going to try and progress gradually over time. When you play this workout back, I can see Tarun Auntie has bought some lovely new weights, some dumbbells. They're a different color, so she's been listening. She's progressed her weight, which is exactly what I want you to do, because that's going to help you build more lean muscle mass. Yep, it's all about progressing in your own way. Breathe out, breathe in. Can you go even slower on the way down? There's a lot of science behind everything I'm telling you that I've researched and written about in detail. There's a whole strength training chapter, obviously in my book as well. But I talk through these workouts because I want you to really understand the benefits that is going on when we're working our muscles like this. Ooh, are we going to go for 12? Do what you can. Bonus 2 today. And relax. Good. Well done. Are you feeling it now? Now check in with yourself. My heart rate is high, and that is not from running or walking fast. That's from muscle training, strength training. With heavier weights, you're really going to feel it. And we're then building more muscle. We're burning fat. We're in that fat burning zone where I'm out of breath, but I feel strong. Yep. Shall we do some more press ups, mummy? So please, we got some nice weather in the UK. So I hope you can see mummy. She's got a lovely straight line from her head to her heel. Outside. Play this back on YouTube. Well done, everyone. When you're ready, circle out your wrists, maybe add in some more heel raises. I hope everyone on Instagram, even if you can join us for a few minutes, please join in. And hello to everyone on YouTube. Wherever you are, drop us a comment when you do this workout. I really love getting the feedback. And relax. Okay, so we've done 2 sets. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Good. We're going to do a little high five there. Give yourself a little high five. If you've got your band, I want you to grab your band. Hopefully it's not too knotted like mine, or your tights. Ideally something with a bit of stretch. You don't need to have this, but we're going to do some banded leg extensions as this second superset. The superset is 2 exercises back to back. So we're starting with our lower body. Now what we're going to do is bring the knee in towards us. You can do this without the band. You're going to try and hold on and use the resistance. So my hands haven't moved. I'm pushing against the band to straighten and then bend. Now the tighter I hold it, the more resistance I've got, yep? So if I hold it lower, it's going to be much harder because I'm bending in and then pushing away. Now see how you feel. This could be new to you. You could loosen up, but don't move those hands. The only thing moving is my feet, right? Pushing away, straightening the leg, breathing in. How does that feel? Keep your backs nice and straight. Give me a little smile. I want you to enjoy it, even if your body's saying, oh, Lavina, what are we doing? Just smile. It's going to make it feel better. I can see lots of lovely smiles on my Zoom community. Well done. Did you feel that, Mummy? Yes? So this is just another great exercise you could do while you're watching TV in the evening. A little exercise snack. So squeezing out and in. Now tights would be ideal. If you don't have anything, even pushing out, lifting that knee up as high as you can towards your chest and pushing away. I can feel that. And I'm imagining I've got a resistance band here that's really helping me build my muscles. Well done, Mummy. 1 or 2 more just to even up and squeeze. Keep breathing, keep smiling and relax. Oh, I could feel that even without the band. I was just giving it a test because I want you all to be able to join in wherever, whenever. Exercise snacks. So let's get some weights. I've grabbed my weights because I know, think about what you can use for your shoulder press. So you're going to do this seated or standing. If you're standing, stomach muscles in, a little bend in those knees and keeping your body nice and straight and relaxed, but we're going to be working our shoulders. So you're bringing your palms by your ears, palms are facing forwards, and using your tin cans, which are ideal, like Mummy, great. You're going to breathe out, push up. Bring those back by your ears, so not all the way down. Breathing out. Now go nice and slow. If your weights are light, think about your tempo. That's a great way to really focus on these muscles. We are doing these so that we can remain as independent as possible for as long as possible. We want to focus on our health span versus our lifespan. Can we put things up on a shelf ourselves? If you're a traveler, can you put your suitcase up in the airline yourself? Can we keep these muscles strong? Lifting, pushing, we're using all these functional movements in our workout today to try and keep us as healthy, as independent. Yep, if you're tired, please have a little rest, reset, rejoin, go to your limit. You can do your heel raises when you're done. Mummy, how many have we done? 10. We're going for about 12 today, it looks like. And relax. Ooh, I felt those. Lovely pace. So give yourself a little shake out. This is a great little time to add in. We've been doing a little bit of tapping, haven't we? So let's start with a little bit of tapping, which is great for our meridian points, our chakras. We're going to just tap away as a little rest here. Tapping on your forehead. Join us for this little tapping snack. Little bit of self-care, even above your cheeks. This is a lovely point here. Little bit of tapping as a little rest today. And then above your lips here. Oh, that feels so nice. And then moving down maybe towards your collarbone. So all of our points here. This has got a lot of science to it. Give it a little go. It feels good, doesn't it? And then, Mummy, you like doing your arms and your legs, right? So we could even just give yourself a bit of self-love, a bit of touch. When have you given yourself this moment to just love your body? Like, it's doing such amazing work today for us. And then you could just bring it down. Mummy likes going all the way down and up her legs. Even body brushing is a lovely way to do a bit of self-care. There's a whole list of self-care snacks in my book, just those moments that we can give ourselves. And anyone ready to go, we could add in those heel raises because we are talking about really building muscle mass. What we can use to help with especially things like pre and type 2 diabetes, which so many of us, unfortunately, are living with. A lot of us don't even know that we're living with this, with ultra-processed foods, with our sedentary lifestyles. That's why we've got to really think about movement and how we can build that in to our daily activities. So let's go again. With this time, we're just going to do our shoulder press for another set, and we're going to change the positioning of our hands slightly. So seated or standing. Are you okay, Mummy? Yeah. We're going to do shoulder press. Unless you want to do some more press-ups. That's harder. Now we're starting to work the individual muscles. After the press-ups gets all your muscles. It's a compound move. Now we are going to change the positioning to face your tin cans. Your dumbbells are going to face inwards. Your palms are inward. And then we're going to push up. Breathing out and then bring it down. I'm not going all the way down to release the tension. I'm just bringing it back by my ears. Breathing out, breathing in. Good. Really focus. We're going nice and slow. Now, when you start feeling those last 3 repetitions, I want you to maintain perfect form. But when it starts getting really difficult for you, please obviously have a little rest, recover. We're all different. We're aiming for 12, but I don't know what weights you're using, right? So I'm trusting you to go to your ability, but also to challenge yourself to really build this lean muscle mass. That's so important for our longevity. Good. And we know metabolic health, diabetes, they say dementia is now the type 3 diabetes. These are all linked with each other. So we're working a lot here. 12, yay. Thank goodness Mummy is keeping track of our repetitions. Give it all a shake out. We're going to add in another little movement today as a little twist. I know Mummy likes this, so this is just a nice way to just free out. Obviously, if you're feeling it in your arms, just letting it go, just loosening everything up. Does that feel good? A little bit of a, what do we call this one, Mummy? It's got a bit of science, this one, I'm sure. Swinging, yeah, a little bit of swinging here. And relax, good work. Okay, well done. We're going to work our hips a little bit more now. So we're going to go into hip circles. I will demonstrate seated. Mummy, if you want to come and do it standing. If you're standing, please make sure that you have got support because you can add in some balance work, but make sure you don't fall. So what we're going to do is lift one leg up and we're going to try and circle out. So just find a bit of space. Are you okay? Just carefully move around. There we go. So balancing on one leg or seated. Now, even seated, I can feel this. Is anyone just sitting and watching us on Instagram or YouTube right now? Obviously, my Zoom communities, I can see you. I know you're working with me. But if you're just watching, I promise you, good. But shall we change direction on that side? I promise you, I can feel this, even seated. This is working those hip joints, those big ball and socket joints. People struggle with back pain a lot. Hip pain, this is where we carry our stressors. We get tight because we're sitting for such long periods. Loosening it up is really important, yeah? So even if you're unable to stand, if you're in back-to-back Zoom meetings all day, if you're working, or if you're just seated because today you feel like doing a seated workout, it's a bit more gentle for your body, for your hormones, whatever the reason, this is working. Good. Well done. Did you do the other direction? Now, the bigger the circles, obviously you can progress. You could add in some little weights on your ankles. I'm going to be showing some workouts with those soon. There's lots of ways that you can challenge yourself, even with these, but just circling these hips out is loosening them up. Well done. The next move is going to be, I'm going to show you without any weight, just because I want you to pick a nice light weight, is our frontal raises and our side raises, so laterally and front. So we're working all of our arms again, upper back especially, our shoulders, our deltoids, seated or standing. So I would say tin cans are the perfect weight here because these are quite hard, and then you can progress if you've got dumbbells or if you want to move to plastic bottles. So core tight, just to shoulder height. Slight bend in the arm is fine at the elbow, coming out to the side. I want you to breathe. Breathe out, breathe in. Good. Down and out. So yeah, we're doing a bit of coordination. We're keeping our brains fit as well as working our muscles. Down and out. Are you okay, mummy? Well done. Keep going for me. If you can you feel these yet? Yep, think about it. If you need to push yourself a bit more, you can add in a few more repetitions. We're all different. But I'm feeling these because we've done our big compound moves, our press-ups. We've then done shoulder press. Now we're adding these in. So really your muscles should be fired up now. Really good for our blood sugar levels. Good. How many have we done, Mummy? How many sets? More than, she's not counting today. And so let's go for one more for luck and relax. Well done. Give it a little shake out. I'm just going to move your chair a little bit inwards because I don't want Instagram to not be able to see you. You're so inspiring for so many people. Just having you do these workouts with me, you know that, yeah? You're helping so many people move because she's 77. Let's march it out or do your heel raises, whatever you feel like, or just have a little rest because we're going to do another quick set of these front and lat raises. So, as I was saying, you are inspiring people to move. Yeah? I have people coming up to me all the time saying you and your mum are helping, especially seeing someone like her who has had type 2 diabetes, right? And we reversed it. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I think that's when you had the type 2 diabetes. And now she's been doing these workouts for how many years now? 4 years? 5 years. Sorry, 5 years we celebrated recently. I can't believe it. We have actually reversed hers as well as so many other people that send me messages. So please know that this can happen at any age, yeah? Tell your loved ones. This is really important that people realize that we can reverse type 2 diabetes. And she's living proof. So let's roll our shoulders back. Let's do our desk reset snack. Up, back and down. Smile, everyone. Let's do one more set of these front raises. Really working our important upper body muscles so that we can lift things ourselves. We can carry our shopping bags. We can keep cooking. We can keep cleaning. We can keep just doing the things that we love in life, yeah? Whether that's traveling, whether that's going outdoors. Let's try and keep going for as long as we possibly can. And we're reducing our risks of frailty. Our muscle is key here. And bones as well. You know, I've got a whole bone playlist now on my YouTube, because we know about osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis. There's so many conditions that we can really use a bit of movement, especially strength training, to reduce our risks and to hopefully reduce symptoms. I know I'm talking because I'm feeling it as well. I'm trying to distract myself. Shall we do one or two more? Breathe out, breathe in. And last one, lift up and relax. Well done, everyone. We've got a final little set of exercises we're going to do together, or you could do separately. And that's going to be these amazing heel raises, because you know how powerful they are now from today's workout. And I hope you can share those with everyone. So we will stay seated because it's a little bit easier. Obviously, if you're standing, you've got to have really good balance, because I'm going to ask you to do your bicep curls with it. Yep, so we're going to grab some weights. We're now working these muscles here, really important for pulling, holding our shopping bags. We're working our grip strength today, which is a key indicator of longevity as well. So if you're able to stand, fine. Mummy, do you want to grab some light dumbbells or whichever weights you feel? And hopefully we will keep count of this set, because I'm sure your muscles are feeling it. I've been practicing balance, so again, I'm going to be okay standing, but otherwise, please sit for this one, because your heel raises you will feel. If you can't do both together, just do the heel raises or the bicep curls. Now keep your wrists straight to your forearms, especially as your weight increases. Try not to bend the wrist. Keep it nice and straight to protect your wrists and forearms. Breathing out, breathing in. Stomach muscles in tight and down. So we're moving up, heels. We're working our calves as well as our biceps. And 10, should we do 2 more? Because we're going for 12. If you can, push it a little bit today. Great progress. And relax. Super work. We have done a lot of strength training today. Give yourselves a clap. We're going to finish really quickly with some HIIT snacks. So while I'm talking, just march out. Literally all we're going to do is 3 different ones. I'm going to start off with your favorite, which are? Star jumps, because she's such a star. We're going to really raise our heart rate, but just go to your level. We can do them seated or standing, and we're going to do 20 seconds of each of these exercises with about 20 seconds in between, just to show you that if you only had a minute or 2, you could still do some snacking. So this is the seated version. You could do 1 leg at a time. We give ourselves a clap, or we could do standing. And we're not jumping in this workout because I've kept it low impact for all ages and abilities. But do what you can. If you want to add the jump in and you're okay to, do feel free. Yeah, let's go for 15 more seconds. Give yourselves a clap. Keep breathing. Good. The countdown. 11, 12, 13, 14. How are we getting to 20? 16, 17. Woo! Can you go a bit faster? And 20. Well done. We were counting up. How's the heart rate? So breathe. I'm making you rest now. Do nothing. We've done so much today. I try and cram everything in, but you know, if you're struggling, and if this is your first time, I've got regulars, I can see them on Zoom in there from all ages. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, I think we've got 90s today. So any age, please start off small, go to my YouTube, do a little bit. If you're out of breath, please come back to it. If you could do these workouts twice, hopefully 3 times a week, you're really on your way to hitting amazing government guidelines that can really reap so many health benefits. Has your heart rate come down a bit? Yep. So we're ready now. We're going like an interval. We're going up with our heart rate. We're recovering. We're going to add in some boxing. So here, tin cans would be ideal, Mummy. Shall I come and pinch your little pink dumbbells? Because these are 2 kgs. So those 3s would be a little bit hard for me. We're going for about 20 seconds, yeah? of boxing. I want you to punch away all your worries, any tension, any stress. Feel good mentally. Exercise for sanity, not vanity. You know, that's my slogan. Let's punch it out. And then we'll count down from 10. Count with us. 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5. Can you go any faster with your feet and hands? And 1. Woo! You're getting very fit, Mummy, because you're able to talk and you're not even out of breath. I think I'm more out of breath than you right now. I'm talking more, but she's counting down very easily there. So well done. That's a good little sign there. Breathe, recover. Let's take a few deep breaths. We're going to do the last HIIT snack. So if you've been watching and you've not been able to do much, join us for 20 seconds. That's all I ask of you today. We're going to do high knees. Now, there's a few options. If you're seated, you can lift your knee up towards your hands, which I'm placing around belly button, chest height. Think about your lower abdominal muscles, those hard to reach, stomach area. So you're giving yourself a little high five. If you're standing, again, this is balance work. So only if you're good with your balance. And then if you can, you're going to progress by pulling on that imaginary rope. Find your own little rhythm here. We've already started. We could go fast or slow. Let's go for 10 seconds. The last 10 seconds of this workout. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay. Give yourselves a huge clap. I'm super proud of you. I can see some of you I haven't got a camera to take a picture, but beautiful garden, Sonal. I can see lovely roses outdoors where she's worked out. How are you feeling, everyone? Do not run away. The most important part of the Feel Good Fitness prescription is the stretch to reduce risks of injuries, to bring that heart rate down, and to reduce any soreness from any new exercises. And it's really good just for a bit of self-care, self-love. So let's have one leg out in front of us. Everyone take a seat. We're going to lift our arms up. Stretch away. Whew. My heart rate is high today. Inhale, exhale. We're going to come towards, chest towards your thigh. Place your hands either, if you can reach your toes one day, otherwise your calves even above your knee, wherever feels good. I just want you to keep that leg lovely and straight. The toes are flexed towards you. Now relax your head, neck and shoulders. Your upper body's relaxed. I know it can be hard stretching, but I have seen so many of you really work on this every week with me. I've had men of all ages in their 80s and 90s stretching with me. And I promise you, this flexibility is so important for our bodies. So just try and keep practicing. Breathe into any areas where it feels tight. Send that breath and release. Now we held a little bit longer. There are full stretch snacks. Mummy, start the other side. I'm going to show a little example here because I would love you to stretch more. In fact, I've just opened up to the seated stretch snack on page 192. This is a great one with the QR codes to the videos that you can follow along. You could add in a bit more stretching into your lives. I try and stretch every evening, even if it's for a minute or two. And when you're ready on that side, you're going to lift up. Well done. We're going to stay seated, hugging the knee in, one knee if you can, towards your chest, back nice and straight. Relax your shoulders. And if you want, you could place that foot on the opposite knee, depending. Otherwise, just hug your knee in, Mummy. Carry on hugging. And you could open out and push out this knee so you're getting more of a groin, a glute stretch here. Coming forwards with my chest makes it harder. Whatever works for you. Otherwise, other side, hugging the knee in. Maybe just circling out the ankles. giving our ankles some rotation and a little bit of love. If you want to try that harder stretch, you can try it on the other side. Breathing in and out. These are great to do when you're watching TV. Yep, something to do in the evenings. If you're in your series, you could literally be adding in a bit of beautiful stretching to help with flexibility for your body. We are going to stay seated, or you can stand up, bringing our hands into the middle of our backs. We've done a lot of press ups, a lot of upper body. So I'm bringing those elbows back and towards each other. Body's nice and straight. Smile. Try and bring those elbows back, back, back. Open up the chest. Really important for our posture. And release. Well done. Last one, we're going to do our shoulders. So bringing one arm in front of you, hand above or below that elbow. Just bring it across your body, looking over that shoulder for a nice neck release. Can you feel that upper back, shoulders? Breathing in. The longer you hold these, the better. But I'm whizzing through today just because we have done a lot and time has run out. When we're having fun, we've done close to an hour today. I have 30, 40, 50 minutes. I have 1 minute snacks on YouTube. Please find something on there that you can add in a bit of movement to your day. I really hope this has been useful, especially with the diabetes ambassador hat on today. I really wanted to raise some more awareness of the power of movement. We always do the feel-good hug. Giving yourself a big hug, like a seated or standing cat-cow. Arms open, positive breath in. Exhale, give yourself a hug first. Rounding the back, opening out the vertebra, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone under. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You're amazing. You have to be grateful to be able to move. It's such a privilege for me to be able to teach you, and I love seeing all ages move with me. Mummy, you get a big hug. Me and Mummy send you another hug. If you've got someone near you, please give them a hug. And then we have our feel-good finish at the end of all my workouts. For the last 5+ years, we're going to take a nice big positive inhale, lifting the arms up. And then exhale, bring them down, release any tension, negativity, stress, anxiety. I hope you feel so much better than when you started. That's the power of movement. Mummy, could you do one? We have lots of workouts in Gujarati as well, if that can help anyone that you know in the South Asian community. There's a whole playlist. Final one, bringing the hands together at the top, capturing that positivity, bring it down to your heart center. Close your eyes just for 1 or 2 seconds and say thank you to your amazing bodies. Gratitude, positive affirmations, this is all important. I've researched so much science behind it, and well done for whatever you managed to do today. You turned up and I'm super proud of you. This workout is saved today on YouTube, Instagram, and I will quickly talk to my Zoom community, and I really hope you can share it with anyone that it could help. Mummy, I need you for 2 minutes if that's okay at the end before she runs off. Have a lovely day, everyone. These workouts are usually on a Friday. Please sign up to my free newsletter. I have a WhatsApp group where I communicate session reminders, any changes like this in timings, and lots of love. I hope this has helped, and well done to everyone on YouTube. Lots of you joined us.